Hey everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I have spotted recently that there's been a lot of buzz around my video that covered the topic of what F1 drivers do in their spare time, and a lot of you actually wanted even more information on some of the drivers, so you probably could have guessed it, but we're going to be kicking this off with Daniel Ricciardo, so driver for McLaren in Formula 1, and we're going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into his Instagram to give you a kind of more detailed idea of what exactly Daniel gets up to. So there's generally a couple of different types of content that you're going to see on Daniel Ricciardo's Instagram. For anyone that was not already aware, he is from Perth, Australia, and one of the types of content that you're definitely going to see with him, given his popularity on and off the track, is about his partnerships. And one of those is with Optus, which is an Australian telecoms company, and he has been their chief optimism officer for the last just over a year. So he joined them in 2020 on a 2-year deal, and it's kind of strange because you're going to see like obviously stuff on his Instagram and things like that about it. He has also appeared in ads for them, but you're also going to see him posting on like LinkedIn and stuff as part of his partnership with them, which is definitely something that you don't really see a whole lot, not just from Formula 1 drivers, but from sports people in general. So that was definitely an unusual one, but he's also just done some kind of fun stuff with them because their whole slogan, especially in their partnership with Daniel, they really emphasize this, is say yes. So obviously Daniel's a really smiley, adventurous, fun guy. That's a pretty easy theme for him to riff on. So if you check out his Instagram and also his YouTube channel, he has done a bunch of collaborations with Optus in that area. You're also going to see a couple of other partnerships. So one of those is his Ricciardo kart. He launched this back in 2015 and the team is actually based in Italy. So Daniel went to live in Italy when he was a teenager because actually making it in motorsport in Australia is really difficult. You're sort of too far away physically from everything that's going on in Europe in the junior formula. So he moved to Italy pretty much on his own. He does speak Italian, if you're wondering, and hence he has set up his team there. There's already a really rich history of karting in Italy, so it makes a lot of sense. And like I say, he's been running that since 2015, so he kind of doesn't post about that super often, but you will see him every now and then posting about whether, you know, he's visited the team or he has launched a new kart or there's new livery or something like that. So you can definitely check out more info about that either on his Instagram or on the team's website. Not to state the obvious, but there's a lot of race related content on Daniel's Instagram page. So obviously there's photographers everywhere from literally the second the drivers arrive on a Thursday to the minute that they leave the track, and often actually at airports and hotels and things like that as well. So they get some really, really cool shots. So you're going to see a lot of race content, whether it's action shots in the car, whether he's got a new helmet that he's just launched. You're going to see a lot of that also on his Instagram, which is entirely understandable. Speaking of races, any of you that were keeping track of Daniel on social media during the Circuit of the Americas race this year and in years prior to COVID, when people were allowed to go to bars and things like that and go to live gigs, the before times, you would have seen that Daniel was out and about with the best of them, enjoying his fair share of both of those things and just really hanging out with friends and just exploring the local area. It's no secret that he loves America, and he actually has a house in LA and likes to spend time there, particularly since he hasn't been able to go back home to Australia due to COVID and the restrictions there over the past 18 months or so. So he loves America, we know this, and particularly where this fits in really well for him around Austin is live music. So he is a huge music fan. He said that he is not musical necessarily himself, but he just absolutely loves listening to music, going to see live acts, all of it. And where that really plays into his Instagram is that you're often going to see him posting about his 3x3. So essentially what this is kind of 3 picks from his favorite playlists or his favorite artists or whatever the case may be. 3 songs, 3 artists, and he puts them up on his Instagram story on a regular basis. They're also saved on a highlight there, so if you did want to go and make your own little Daniel Ricciardo playlist on your Spotify or Apple Music, you could absolutely do that. And as a matter of fact, he did launch a playlist with Apple Music quite recently, which has some absolutely banging tunes on there, so I would highly recommend it. And he just can't get enough. You'll often see him before races also with his Beats headphones on, his custom Beats headphones which match his helmet for this year, and yeah, he just absolutely loves it. I did talk about this briefly in my kind of Daniel Ricciardo segment of the What F1 Drivers Do in Their Spare Time video, but he has his own merch line. This t-shirt is part of it, as a matter of fact. I will link it down in the description. He's just really into creating. Again, he's really into, you know, his own style. He has a very kind of particular style, and he has kind of over the last couple of years, similar to the way Lewis sort of dived into the fashion world with Tommy Hilfiger, Daniel has sort of gone a more, I guess, low-key and sort of personal route, I guess, where he has essentially come up with a number of collections now with a group called Race Service, who are based out of the US. And I have to say, the pieces are awesome every time. The design, the quality, everything is just fantastic. I've literally never had an issue with any of the pieces that I bought from there. And I think this one might be my favorite, so I'll put some more pictures, like I say, in the video here, and I'll also put the link in the description. But the guy loves his merch. You're gonna see a lot of it on his Instagram, whether that's teasing upcoming collections, whether it's posting his fans who are wearing it. If you want to catch his attention, it's hashtag Rick3 on Instagram, and he may even repost you, you never know. So one final thing that I did want to call out about Daniel's Instagram is the content that he and his friends were putting out during lockdown. So the very first lockdown, when there was nothing at all happening in terms of sports, definitely not in terms of Formula 1. So Daniel spent that time on his farm in Perth, Australia, and some of the content that him and his friends came up with was just nothing short of hilarious. Himself and his friends essentially gave each other these ridiculous challenges. I will say seemingly ridiculous actually, because some of them they did manage to do them quite well, and just the entertainment that came out of them was top notch. If you want to find a particularly good one, I would recommend searching on YouTube for Daniel Ricciardo parkour. You just literally lol.
Come get some. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as...
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and that you learned something new about Daniel, or learned something new about what he posts on his Instagram, his social media in general. I've linked a bunch of his merch and different bits and pieces in the description box below, so go and check those out if you're interested. And also drop me a comment and let me know who you'd like me to go through next in terms of their Instagram, in terms of what they get up to, what they're interested in. And yeah, just give me a comment and let me know. If you want to follow along with this series or any of my other series here on YouTube, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until the next time, I'll see y'all soon.